Giving people free advertising. I'm not getting paid to promote any products, okay? I guess you could call me a liar because I already uploaded those videos to YouTube. I guess because I like what I was talking about. Although it might piss off some people, mainly Puerto Ricans. But what I'm saying is not false. I mean, of course, there are exceptions, right? Here's my baby daddy. That's his nickname or his stage name. I mean, he's like one of the exceptions. He's a very successful guy and he's Puerto Rican. He's sexy, but he does not. Well, I mean, honestly, I would just say that most Spanish speaking people, Latin American cultures are alcoholics. It's just something that they do, like drink and drive. It's and cheating. It's as natural as breathing for them. That's all I gotta say. So yeah, I spent only 3 weeks in Poland, but that was long enough to learn that Polish guys are generally much nicer, more respectful, and in my opinion, somebody worth my time as opposed to a Puerto Rican guy. That's all I'm saying. So if I piss some people off, then whatever. But at the same time, I also feel like as a woman, speaking to either women or men who are, curious or interested in possibly developing a romantic whatever with a Puerto Rican person, I'm just letting you know. I'm sharing my experience with you. Most of the time, because I told you I spent like about 6 or 7 years in Puerto Rico. I've also dated other nationalities, ethnicities, to include like my ex-fiance. He was Mexican. Look, I'm going over time again. My ex-fiance was Mexican, full blown, but he was a dual citizen. And let's see, because I think he was. I'm not sure if he was born in America. I mean, yeah, he had to have been born in America if he was a dual citizen. But let's see. My other ex, the guy that I was gonna elope with, he was also an addict. Why would I choose that guy? I mean, he was a nice guy. Anyway, and aside from the fact that he basically kind of catfished me, it was his information. It was just like a year old, and in a year's time, he got fatter and balder, and I'm just saying it how it is. Okay, look, I would say that she belongs into that group, the creepy dolls group, with that, scary stare of hers. Now I need to have so the black girl and the other boy. I was telling you guys that they're like my favorites when it comes to like scary creepy dolls look. They have that creepy doll look. They remind me of Michael Jackson in that Thriller fucking music video. Anyway, look. Another thing about Puerto Ricans in general, and I didn't, because I feel like I'm quite open-minded or accepting after having traveled so much, right? I had no idea how racist they were. until I was living there. um, yeah. And sometimes, yeah, I could. There's only so much you can research, You just have to like follow your heart. And of course, I went against my uncle's warnings. My uncle said Puerto Ricans are not good for anything except for their. He said Puerto Ricans are alcoholics who cheat on their wives. And after living in Puerto Rico for, you know, and working and also having, Puerto Rican friends, because I also had friends and other romantic interests outside of Puerto Rico who were also Puerto Rican. Anyway, I have enough experience. Okay, I stopped counting. Okay, at one point I had a master list, and I'm sure everybody who hears what I have to say is gonna be like, "Oh, this bitch is a hoe." I don't really care what your opinion of me is. Okay, so yeah, at one point I did have a master list. I'm pretty sure my number is probably close to 200. I don't know. But at the same time, you have to understand that I just kind of like stopped. I stopped really trying to develop any sort of human relationships or have any kind of human connections. Um, the last time I had sex was in Berlin. Yeah. And I've been here about a year, and I haven't had any sexual activity whatsoever. So I'm just letting you guys know, like that's how my life is. I just swing from one end of the spectrum to the other, if that makes any sense. When I was in PR, I was shooting adult content, right? I was Juliet Uncensored Reality TV, and now I don't do that shit anymore. I mean, for the most part, I was just really just pissing my life away, literally. And I only did it because that was a fan request. Like, that's what somebody wanted to see. And I didn't really have anybody reliable. So keep in mind, if you think about all the content I made previously, like if you know me from before, then you'll know what I'm talking about, because you saw me with all these different types of people. Puerto Rican guys. And I only did like a photo shoots with some Puerto Rican models, but females. But for the most part, the majority of my content was literally just me pissing in front of the camera. That's it.